Education is protection. James is deeply invested in the neighborhood community and serves on multiple local and state real estate committees. He holds the role of our faith-based initiative chairman within our local chapter, and he was recently appointed as a state political coordinator for the South Carolina Realtors SPC program. In addition to his real estate and coaching work, James serves in ministry leadership through Spirit of Truth Ministries of Columbia, where his faith continues to shape his mission-driven approach to business and service. James Robertson is a builder of buyers, agents, and communities. So give it up for James Robertson.
Good afternoon, Realtors.
Good afternoon.
All right, y'all not sleepy, are you? Everybody's awake?
So far.
Okay, good. Because I may need you to talk to me just a little bit. All right, so y'all will see. I am probably one of the hardest working people in the world. I have a million jobs at all times, right? We sell real estate, we have a million jobs, right?
That's right.
But I have 10 million on top of the 10 million for real estate. But I'll tell you one thing that my wife always said, you're the hardest working person in the world. And she said, you're the one answering phone calls at 10 o'clock at night, you're the one sending emails at 1 a.m. in the morning, you're the one doing the absolute most.
That's about right.
And guess what that gets you?
Tired.
Okay, so y'all already know, y'all tired already. So since you are tired, let's find ways to not be tired anymore. One of the things that it honestly made me a little resentful for my real estate business. Because we're making money, we're doing a great thing, right? And then all of a sudden we're too tired to spend the money, or we're too busy to really enjoy the fruits of our labor. But what I have learned recently is that's what we need to do. Work hard, work smarter and not harder, okay? All right, so a few weeks ago, my wife and I were in, we were going on our anniversary trip. And I had a coaching session, and my coach told me I need you to read a book on your vacation. I was like, this is my 21st wedding anniversary. There's no way I'm getting ready to start reading the book. So I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a moment and read the book on the way. So because I hate reading, I started reading the book out loud. And it was a portion of The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. You all heard of that book, right?
Oh, yeah.
Great, really, really great book. But I started reading it, and as I was reading it, some things that really, really stood out to me. And that what stood out to me was systems. The reason why we work so hard is because we don't have the right systems in place. We don't have the right things or the things that we need to do to be successful. If you are too much into your business, that means you're always working in your business and not on your business. How many people is that in the room? We're too busy in the business and not working on the business. So I realized I was running myself raggedy. But everything in that car ride changed. Everything. I realized that I have to do some things different. And I am a person that loves systems. And I have a lot of systems, but what I realize is I gotta make some adjustments. I have to make some changes to make sure the systems are actually working. If you have 15 systems, that's great, but if they don't work for you, or you're still too manually you're too engraft into the system, that means it doesn't really work. So as I was thinking about what I was going to present to you guys, I started thinking about Atlanta. Most people have been to Atlanta, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the traffic in Atlanta is horrible. I hate it. It takes you an hour to get anywhere in it, to get from one place to the next in Atlanta. Absolutely hate it. But one thing about Atlanta is everybody's been stuck in traffic before, right? And when you're stuck in traffic, you're in your lane. All of a sudden, you're stuck in this lane, and then you see the cars beside you, they start moving, right? And then you wish you would have moved, but you stay in that lane. And then they keep on moving. Now you're upset. Now you jump over in that lane, and guess what happens? The other lane starts moving.
Yeah. Right.
But what happens most of the time is it's not about your actual location. What you need to do, sometimes you need to do strategy. Sometimes you need to get off of the exit and make a detour because there's a better route for you. So that's what I want to talk with us today is about a better route. Because sometimes we want to drive faster, but the goal is to make a better route. So I just want to talk with you about 3 pillars that will help you to work smarter and not harder. The first thing that we got to do, we got to work on our CRM, your client relationship management system. Who in the room has a CRM? All right, thank you. Who in the room looks at their CRM every day?
Just about.
The numbers went by half. So that says you are not utilizing your CRM. Your CRM is not just a Rolodex. It's just not a place that you store numbers. It literally is a place where your revenue stands, right? I was having a coaching call, and my coach told me, we were talking about my numbers for the year, and one of the things he said, dude, you have a great business. Your business is above average more than a lot of other agents in your area. But you're sitting on $5 additional million in your CRM because you're not utilizing it. Who can use additional $5 million in sales? I feel confident I definitely can. So what happened is you have to actually utilize your CRM. Every name in your CRM is a potential client, right? But they can't just sit in your CRM, they actually have to work for you. So we're going to talk about a couple of those real quick. Here's what every single database needs to have. You need to have a category. How are you categorizing your groups of people? Are they your past clients? Are they nurturing clients? Are they long-term whole clients? What kind of clients are they? Are they in your sphere of influence? We want to know and we want to make sure that we're actually knowing who and where people need to be, and even if you have a pending transaction with them. Number 2, this is the thing that we mostly miss, having follow-up dates. Because if you are active in your CRM, that's what you're going to do. You're going to put a date in there for them to contact you, and every one of your CRM systems will tell you and remind you to contact them. That was a struggle for me for years. I was afraid of my CRM. Had one for over 7 years and never utilized it. And the worst thing that happens to us in our industry is we don't follow up with people and you see a closed photo of them on Facebook.
With somebody else.
Your heart just falls. You think about how much money you just lost because you didn't follow up with these people. Trash leads are still leads. The ones that's not ready right now, they're still leads. So we have to take the opportunity to make sure we stay connected to them so when they're ready to make the transition that we actually move forward with them. Number 3, we gotta have some automated touch points. Happy anniversaries, birthdays, home anniversaries, market updates, newsletters. We have to stay in constant communication with people in our CRM. If we don't, they forget about us. In our area, I believe there are 4,500 realtors in our local area, or real estate professionals in our local area. I'm just one. They can find a realtor in their family, their best friend, their cousin, they go to their church. It's a bunch of them. So what we have to do is stay in contact with each and every one of them. And number 4, if they're in a transaction, push them through the transaction. Let your CRM, utilize your CRM to push them through a transaction. If they're under contract, guess what? Move them to under contract. And when they close, guess what we're gonna move them to a closed status. Now we're gonna start sending touch points after that because we need to have them on drip campaigns. And in order for our drip campaigns to work, we actually have to have one, turn them on, so that we stay in constant contact with these people. If you can set up something for at least 5 years, it would be great. Because 5 years, literally, is when people start getting the itch to move. They start looking at this house like, this is a great house, and I loved it when I bought it, but now it's time for me to make a move. So we have to utilize our CRM. So what's the best CRM?
There is no best.
The one you use. Thank you. Y'all the smartest people I know, I tell you. It literally is the one that you actually use. If you don't utilize the CRM, what's the point? So let me talk about a couple of them. Now, I use Lofty. Lofty is my favorite CRM. I've used quite a few of them. But it's no slight against any other ones. KV Core, I think it's Bold Trail now. We got Lions Desk, we got Follow Up Boss, Wise Agent. There are a bunch of different CRM systems. You're going to have to try out a few to see which one is the best one that works for you. Because they're not all created equal. Some of them work, and even HubSpot actually has a free version of a CRM. But it doesn't matter which CRM you have, as long, it doesn't matter, because you have to use it. You must utilize all of it. This should be, when you wake up in the morning, you should look at your CRM and say, this is what I need to do. These are the people I need to contact today. I need to reach out to these people. Consistent, because that is what is going to grow your business, as well as referrals. When you got past clients, you're looking for referrals, right? So guess what? I need to follow with you because somebody knows somebody that's going to be moving soon. So I want to make sure that I have the opportunity to be the first person that they reach out to. They had such a great experience with me that they're going to refer their client, their friends, their family members to me. When I look at my business, I am in every part of my business. It is, sometimes I think it's annoying, honestly. But I want to be the first face you see. I want to be the last face you see consistently. Okay? Now this one is, let's talk about the power of no. How many of us have clients that we work with that just, yeah, that's it. Somebody laugh. Thank you for laughing. When you just work with people that utilize your time, they take up your energy, they just call you and they're ready, and then when you're trying to reach out to them, what do? They need ghosts. So now that they're ghosts, you're waiting on them, you're reaching out to them, and you're getting tired and frustrated, and guess what? Then they end up working with somebody else. Because you just kind of let them go, because when they call, because you call me too many times, I just don't have time for it. Because I'm busy, I'm booked and busy. But that's not the right answer, so let's make sure we're clear about it. That's not the right answer. But we should know when to cut some clients off. Who in here got a client that know they need to cut them off right now? Right. But we are taught to not cut them off because this is our money. This is where our money lies. This is what feeds our family. This is what takes care of everything. But we're taught not to cut people off. But do you know how much your hourly value is worth? What your hourly rate is? We work in real estate. How much does it take for you to complete a real estate transaction on an hourly basis? Do you know what that hourly rate is? If it is something that you are doing, if there is a situation that you are working with that you can pay somebody $10 an hour to do, pay them $10 an hour, leverage your time. So that means sometimes we gotta say no so that we can leverage our time for a few other things, okay? And it's okay to say no. I know it feels counterintuitive, but sometimes it is the best thing that we need to do. We need to be able to communicate. And there is a way to do it. Don't just say, listen, you're wasting my time. There is a way to do it. And you have to do it strategically so you don't burn the bridge. Because you do want them to call you when they are ready. But sometimes it's kind of like, I need you to be ready when you call me the next time. Because I don't have the time to waste. Because some of us serve on committees. We are in NAREB, we're in our local real estate association, we're in our state association, we teach real estate school, we are busy. Yes. Time is not on our side. We got families. I need to get to the family part. We have families, people that have children, and because we have so much flexibility in our life and in our schedule, we want to be there. But sometimes we can't be there for all the things because we're running behind people and things that don't make us any money. People that say no to price reductions before you have even exhausted your strategy. Remember, you are the expert. If they don't want to reduce that price when you know that the price is the issue, they might not be the client for you. That's right. And that's okay that you're not the client for me. Whenever I do a buyer consultation, I have this conversation that says, one of the parts of our contract says, this entire agreement is binding. And I love that. And I tell them, you can get out of this contract at any point you want to. And they look at me like, oh, okay. And I said, at the same time, at any point, I want to get out of this contract, I can get out of it too. This is a bilateral contract. We're working together for a common goal. And for us, we gotta make moves, right? We gotta close deals. If you're attending meetings that don't have an agenda, or there are no outcomes, why are we going to a meeting that doesn't have an agenda? What are we going to put forth at the end of the day? Your time has a dollar amount attached to it. When you start saying no to the wrong things, incredible things will happen to you. You will find the clients that are like you, that are ready, willing, and able. You no longer get the clients that are not ready because you won't attract those clients. Or if you do, they will be very minimal in your business. Most of the people that you work with are like you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. As a new agent, I was running all over the place. Every single one of my clients was crazy as I was. They had no idea what they was doing. I had no idea what I was doing, but I figured it out. But what happens a lot of times is the more stable you are and the more consistent you are, the more professional you are, you will attract the type of people that want to work with somebody like you. I do my best to be as organized as possible. So the people that I work with, so my clientele at this point, the majority of them, 90% of my clientele are people that are in great positions. They are consistent. I'm not having to run behind them. We're talking consistently. When I ask them for something, they get it to me. If the lender asks for something, they get it to the lender. Because these are the people I need to work with, that I need smooth transactions. Because we have enough hard transactions, right? But just remember, a no is not a closed door, but it is a directed path to something better. Again, no is not a closed door, but it is a path to something better. All right, tools. This is my third pillar, talking about tools. The goal is to have less tools and not more tools. Your tools need to work together. If you are a part of everything and you got to manually doing it, that means your systems don't work. Okay? So let's talk about some tools. I'm going to give you 5 different categories of tools. And we're going to talk about how we can kind of make them work together. All right, MailChimp, if you are using email campaigns, constant contact, those are great for email. And these are also ways that you can utilize your CRM. Loom for video messaging. Calendly for people who book an appointment so you don't have to be involved. If somebody wants to work with me, they tell me, hey, I need to set up a time with you. Here is my Calendly link. Book up an appointment. If it is on my schedule, guess what? I am available. Which means that I need to make sure my calendar is updated correctly. Because do we struggle with our calendar? Who struggles with the calendar? Right here on the front row. Struggle with the calendar. But I think we all struggle with our calendar in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I even schedule lunch every single day. The people at my office look at me like, "Here you going to lunch again?" Yes, I am. Because if I don't go to lunch, you will schedule an appointment at 12 o'clock and I will not eat till 3 o'clock every day. So therefore, I schedule lunch. So I am unavailable during certain times. And I will tell you about Calendly and Loom. This is how I use Calendly and Loom. You schedule an appointment with me, and it goes on my calendar and your calendar. And I use Loom to send them a video message thanking them for their appointment with me. When they go under contract, when we establish agency, they get a video that says, "Thank you so much. Please see your assigned work, your assigned contract. I am glad to be your agent." And I have a video for every single part of my process. So I am the only face you will see Even if I'm not the only person you work with, I'm the only face you will see. Not because I'm arrogant, I just need to be at the forefront of your mind at all times. Most of my clients will not even make a move until they talk to me. Because every time something happens, they see my face and they think about me. When we schedule a new construction walkthrough, you get a video that tells you we have a scheduled inspection this day. You get a video that says, and these are preloaded videos. I had a guy that does not know a lot about photography. So I said, can you do some videos for me? We went to a model home, spent 2 hours at the model home, and I recorded 36 videos. Because they were all short videos. You don't need a long video to express what you need to express or what's getting ready to happen in the process. So in every one of my emails that comes out to them, they now have a link that says, watch this. And they watch a video about me explaining to them what the process looks like. I am my business and you are your business. All right? How y'all feel about this? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Marketing. DocuSign. You're not still signing on paper, are we? Who's still signing stuff on paper? Raise your hand. All right, that's RVP in the back. Still signing on paper. Okay, we're going to get her up. But we know that she has the tools, or we got another one on the other side, all right? We have tools, so we don't have to keep up with paper anymore. It takes too much time to keep up with a piece of paper. So guess what we can use? Electronic system. They got DocuSign, Zip, Realtor Association pays for Zip forms, DocLoop, all of these different systems. Utilize these systems and keep it all together. Marketing and social media. And social stuff, social related items. So we got Canva. Everybody uses Canva, and now everybody uses ChatGPT. And we all can tell that we're using ChatGPT because it all looks the same at this point. But that's no judgment. You are doing what you're doing. Thank you for trying. But we do have to utilize our systems because we need to be in front of people at all times. We need to market. And one of the things that I go back to CRMs, a lot of CRMs these days have a social media tool that is connected to it. So that you can pre-schedule all of your content at one time. I hate posting content. Anybody with me? Okay, all right. So I'm so bad at a lot of people. Getting on social media is the most aggravating thing in the world to me. I come from a different generation. I'm an old man at this point. So I don't really want to be on social media, but I know that that's where the business is. I can reach more people on social media than I can just talking to you and you and you and you and you. So I realize that there is a need for it. And because I hate it so much, it just makes sense to batch create. If I can create content for a whole entire month and schedule it all at one time, guess what I did? I took 2 hours and I have a month worth of content. Now I don't have to worry about it. Now, operations. I use a system called Trello. Have you guys heard of Trello? Yes. Trello is a task management system. When you utilize Trello, what you are doing is organizing yourself. What do you want to happen when you want it to happen? It can send you calendar invites. It will give you the opportunity to upload documents. If you're working with people, if you are a team of people, guess what you can do? You can organize that and send work to your team members. Hey, this is what I need you to do. So I have a book launch that's coming out on June the 15th. This was not a plug. I'm just making a statement. But I'm launching a book on June the 15th. It's called Mentoring to Mastery. And when I launched that book, I just hired an assistant. And we were, on the way here, we started discussing our actual management plan. I mean, how we want to market this book. And she said, James, let me create a plan for you. I said, okay, it's 10 videos in your Trello task for you to already get ready to get started. She was like, 10 videos? I said, yes, go ahead and look at all of them. You create a plan based on what I've already done. So guess what? I didn't have to create the wheel. I didn't start from the very beginning. I'm starting from a place, I'm starting ahead of the game. So because I have 2 weeks to get this done, I gotta make this happen, okay? Your Google Workspace, Google Docs, This stuff just makes life so easy. We are working too hard at this point in our life because some of us are still using Word. I still pay for a subscription, so I'm not talking about nobody. But what's the point of paying for a subscription? I got to save it. Why am I still saving stuff at this point? It should automatically save for me. It helps me because guess what? What I want to start over time and time again because I forgot to save it or I didn't do something. We have to utilize everything to remove us out of the process and remove some of our errors. And then we also have there's an automation layer that goes with it, Zapier. So Zapier is, they call them Zaps. It connects your apps to something else all in one place. So it does everything systematically for you. You do this, this will happen. And there are integrations in all of our systems. For us that use our CRM system, guess what you can do? Connect your other platforms to that same system. I was telling you, I use Calendly. Anytime anybody schedules an event with me, what happens is they get the email, they get a video, and they now are automatically in my CRM. I didn't do a single thing except for make the connection between the two systems. That saves me time because we lose a lot of people because we don't have the systems in place to collect their information. So we have to find systematic ways where we collect information without physically having to do it. So Zapier is good, is great. You have somebody fill out a Google form. That Google form takes that information and puts it right into your CRM. You see how we keep going back to that CRM? Because it's one of the most important things. It is your entire business. The goal is to build a business where the machine does the work. And I know exactly what happens after conferences. We hype, right? We got some good information, and we're ready to conquer the world. And then Monday hits, the world has conquered us. It happens really, really quickly. It's like if something comes and take all of our thoughts and all our energy and excitement away. But what do we need to do? Implement some very small changes into your business. So I have 5, and I'm getting ready to get out of here. This is something you can do over the next couple of days. First of all, let's go out of our CRM. Remove any dead leads that are in our CRM. Tag your top 50 people. Connect with somebody and set up a follow-up for each person that's left in your CRM. Build a follow-up sequence is number 2. Set up an email drip campaign for all of your new leads. Set them up in your CRM ASAP. If you get this done, your life becomes easier. Number 3, say no to bad clients. Tell them no, you are unavailable. Connect at least 2 systems together. You can use Zapier, you can use Calendly and Loom, you can use Calendly and your CRM. Connect 2 systems together. There is a free version of Zapier for a period of time. Utilize it, see if it's worth it. Stop paying for tools that you don't use. If you want to see if it's worth it, try it out while it's free. Calendly has a free portion. Loom has a free version. Trello has free versions. Do not spend money if you don't have to, until you actually need to, because we're so used to spending money, right? Everybody credit card bill look like mine? Probably not. I do the most. But I spend a lot of money, and it's money that I don't even need a lot of times. So now I am in the audit phase of my business again. What do I need? What can I get rid of that I'm not utilizing? And this is the hardest one. Block 2 hours of deep work daily. 2 hours. No calls, no showings, strategy and lead gen only. And because I see Dr. Stephen Kahn in the room, I'm going to implement something that he shared with me that I struggle with. We had dinner once and he said, I take off every 11 days to just do what I want to do. That is such a real thing. We get caught up in our business so much that we will forget to take time for ourselves. A week, a month, a year that went by, and we wore out, we're angry, we're tired, we're exhausted because we did not take some time out for ourselves, and as well as making sure we can take out time for our business. These are 5 wins you can have between now and Monday. Even if, just pick one. I'm not saying do all of them. Pick one thing that you can do between now and Monday. Even if it's for Monday, even if your block is for 2 hours, do it on Monday. Go ahead and schedule your block for Monday so that you can organize, so that you can strategize, so that you can prepare yourself to win. And I'll leave you with this. Some of you guys came into this room as the hardest working people in the world. The hustle, the drive, that's not going anywhere. That is literally a gift. But working hard without systems is expensive chaos. You deserve better than that. Your family deserves better than that. You don't need to work harder. You need a business that works for you. Thank you so much. This is my contact information here. Thank you guys for connecting with me. If you guys need anything, you guys want to discuss your business, your system, let's have a conversation. There's a link in here. Let's have it's a free strategy call. I ain't trying to get your money, but hey, if it works, let's work together, all right? But really, let's work together, because one thing that we have to do is work together. And I'm here. I am a resource to help each and every one of you guys out. So I thank you all. I appreciate you. Y'all go build something great.
James, thank you so much. That was wonderful. All right, my name is Sahad Washington. I am your Young Realtist Division of Charlotte founding president. How y'all doing today?